Mark with the Dog Trainer here. Today we're going to be doing a quick review of the Petmate Sky Kennel. This particular kennel is the 28-inch model, which is designed for dogs maybe between 15 to 30 pounds. Now, I've used a lot of different crates over the span of my dog training career. I've used full metal ones, I've used wire crates, I've used fabric crates, and I've also used plastic crates. And for the average situation, I am always going to be recommending the Petmate Plastic Sky Kennel. Just for an average situation, I think that these work the best, and I'm going to kind of explain why I feel that way. So first things first, I think that they're really easy to put together and take apart. They're 3 pieces, the top shell, the lower shell, and the door. You throw a couple bolts in there and you're good to go. And I'm going to show you guys here in a second in a little bit more depth. Now the next thing that I really like about these are that I think that they're very durable, which I know that it sounds kind of counterintuitive that we would imagine a metal crate would probably be more durable than a plastic one. And in some ways they are, but what I'm kind of getting at is that I think that this type of plastic crate is going to look pretty a lot longer than like a typical wire crate or something like that. Where a lot of the wire crates I haven't even gotten them wet or anything like that, but 5-6 years in, they're just getting really rusty and kind of ragged looking, where this crate is probably about 5 years old and it really doesn't have any signs of its age. So I just think that the plastic just tends to hold up a lot better. And again, anything that is metal on this crate, like the door, you know, it is going to rust over time, but I could always just buy a replacement door, which is going to be a lot cheaper than just buying an entirely new crate. So now the next thing I really like about it is that I feel that these are a little easier to clean than some of our metal crates out there, especially, and definitely easier to clean than some of the fabric ones. Where like metal wire crates and stuff like that, if you're trying to clean them, you have to like wipe down every little spindle and get into all these little nooks and crannies, and there's hair and dirt and all these little random areas. Where the plastic crate, it's like super easy. You can just spray it down with, you know, some kind of disinfectant and wipe it down with a rag, and it's like very, very quick, very, very easy. And then once a year, I probably just take it apart entirely and just kind of hose the whole thing off just to kind of reset it a little bit. Now, the next thing that I really like about it is I think that these are a little bit safer than some of our metal wire crates out there, where wire crates specifically, I think that there's just a lot more opportunity for jagged edges, where like if the welding isn't super pretty, the edges can be kind of sharp. If our dogs have been kind of scratching at it or bending anything, it just kind of opens up more doorways for sharp edges. So that's why I just think that, you know, these plastic ones, there's really nothing in there that they can get cut on or anything like that. And then the last kind of feature or kind of bonus, I'll say, is that these Petmate Sky Kennels are approved for air travel, where again, I don't really fly with my dogs in cargo or anything like that, but you know, if I were to move and I was gonna take my dogs on some kind of extravagant vacation or something like that, it would be nice to know that this crate is certified to be brought onto the plane and everything like that. So let's take a closer look at this crate, and that way I can kind of walk you through everything you need to know. Okay, so as far as dimensions and everything like that go, when they say that this is the 28-inch model, what they're talking about is the length from front to back is 28 inches. Okay, now as far as the width goes, okay, from left to right, it's going to be 20.5 inches. And then as far as the height goes, from bottom to top, is going to be 21.5 inches. Okay, so those are the dimensions of this crate. Now let's take a look at it disassembled, just so that way you can see what that looks like. Okay guys, like I said, these are super easy to put together. They're 3 pieces for the most part: the door, the bottom shell, the top shell. A lot of times when I'm traveling, I'm just gonna kind of put it all together like that, so it's not taking up a whole bunch of room. But if I wanted to put it together, all I'm gonna do is put this on top here. Okay, for the door, we can decide which way we want to have it. Do we want to have it opening to the left, or do we want to have it opening up to the right? Okay, we're going to put it in that way. Okay, and then as far as the bolts go, it comes with, you could put up to 11 bolts in around the perimeter of this to kind of help hold it together. My dogs are really not big escape artists. They really don't care about being in the crate at all. So I am pretty lazy, and I usually just end up putting 4 bolts in, 1 on each corner. But like I said, if we had a dog that was really, really trying to get out of here, or just a little bit more wild in the crate, then I may put all 11 bolts in. Okay, and now another thing that can kind of be nice about this is if we are going to be putting this in the car or on a plane or on the bed of a truck or something like that, the corners have got these holes for a tie down, so we could use ropes to kind of secure it so that way it's not flying all over the place. And then as far as like the door frame itself goes, okay, so as far as the mechanism for the door, okay, it's got the kind of double latch that we have to squeeze both of them in order to open it and close it. And I actually prefer that because a lot of the other crates that I've seen or used, it's just kind of one little latch that if the dogs are kind of licking at it or pawing at it or anything like that, they can kind of mess with it enough that it kind of undoes it and the door just opens up. So this one is going to be a little more complicated for a dog to open it. I don't even think they really could with their paws. And now the other thing is that, you know, some of the other crates that I've seen, the dogs kind of scratch up at the top enough they can kind of get through and bust out, where I'm not saying that this crate is my top recommendation for a Houdini type dog or escape artist dog, but as far as like plastic crates go or wire crates that are all within the same price range, this is probably going to be one of your best bets because the way that it's designed, it's kind of difficult for the dogs to get to the part that would actually break the door. So there are better options out there for dogs that are like violently trying to get out of the crate. But like I said, for your kind of average situation, this is probably going to be perfect. And again, because it is Sky approved or certified, you can also buy like attachment water and food bowls that kind of connect on the inside of the door for the flight. And outside of that, I think that's pretty much everything you guys need to know about this particular model. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.